Dr. Alina Kolchitsky, physical therapist and lifestyle medicine. Today I'm going to demonstrate the pelvic floor exercises. Pelvic floor should be a hot topic and is becoming a lot more thought about because people are realizing functionally the importance of having good pelvic floor function, strength and ability to contract and relax those muscles. So the pelvic floor is a group of muscles that sit and create like a basin. So the area that you would sit in contact in a bicycle seat looks like a bunch of interwoven muscles that create almost like a hammock. And that hammock-like structure of muscle supports our organs in our abdomen from below. So they do connect to bony prominences in our pelvic girdle, the front of our pubic bone, our ischial tuberosities, and so on. And that's where they connect to, but they hang or suspend downward, and they need to be able to contract and pull up and relax to come back down. And oftentimes it's not just necessarily weakness of pelvic floor that people are experiencing, but too much tension in the pelvic floor, and so they don't have the ability to allow those muscles to relax. And if the muscles are not getting into a relaxation phase, how can you control them and contract them when you want to? And so oftentimes problems with urination, ability to eliminate your bowels or to control your bladder function is actually because of too much tension in those muscles and the inability to relax them, because the openings to allow urine to pass or feces to pass from our back passage require us to be able to relax the sphincter, and that in tandem needs the pelvic floor muscles to relax. So we need to have better control of those muscles to allow those functions, urination, defecation, and then of course sexual function for women with the vaginal passage, and for men also, because the muscles in the pelvic floor affect ejaculation. So yes, men need pelvic floor therapy or the ability to have better awareness and control of their pelvic floor muscles as well, just as much as women. And both men and women, as we age, dysfunction happens over time, and our stressful lives are not helping. Also, our staying in static positions, whether it's standing too long, sitting too long, basically not moving around enough, is also a factor. Anyways, let's get into the pelvic floor exercises. So we want to be able to both sustain contraction of the pelvic floor and relax. We also want to be able to do quick kind of flick-like muscular contractions. First, I'm going to do the sustained ones. So I want you to find a place to lay down on your back, because laying down, eliminating gravity, can make it easier in the beginning to find these muscles and create awareness and control of the muscles. Now, if that is still challenging, you can take a wedge cushion to place under your pelvis or a pillow. So, laying down on your back with your knees bent is a good starting place. Again, if it's still hard for you to master these or find these muscles, then I recommend placing a pillow just wedged under your pelvis to tilt you, or if you have a wedge cushion, to take advantage of that. Let me demonstrate very quickly. Some people have these types of cushions already for different reasons. They can be purchased on Amazon very cheaply, among other places. But you want to get yourself so that your pelvis is tilted on that surface. And again, you don't have to have a wedge. So if you don't have a wedge, you can use a pillow to just tilt your pelvis slightly towards you. And now you're letting gravity work with you. So gravity is helping you to pull the pelvic floor muscles upward. It might help you find them if finding them is difficult. Okay, so that's just a suggestion for beginners struggling. Okay, first of all, you need to relax. So once you get into this position, let all the tension go in your body. Think of taking a nice deep breath in, and then exhaling, letting everything go. As you exhale, let the tension release from your body. Do that 3 times. Inhale nice and deep. And exhale. One last time. And exhale nice and slow, letting all the tension of your body release with the breath. Okay, so we want to think about drawing the pelvic floor in and up. Let's start with the muscles around where you would urinate from, so your ureter, and place your mind's eye into the sensation of where you pee from. Now think of that opening where you pee from and pull it up inside of yourself. So you're trying to pull it up in towards your belly button into your rib cage in this direction. And then let it go. So first I just wanted you to try to find that. We're going to work on holding it for a small count. So let's start with just a 5 count. So let's relax, take a breath in. And as we exhale, pull that place where you urinate from in and up towards your belly button. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then inhale, let it go. And let's rest for a minute. Then we're going to do it again. Inhale. Exhale, pull the ureter in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. So I'm drawing it upward a little bit more each time. One last time. Inhale. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. So I've done 3 repetitions for 5 seconds, and now you're going to rest 1 full minute before we go to the next passage. I'm a woman, I have 3 passages to work on. For men, you're going to do this for 2. So the next passage us ladies are going to work on is our vaginal passage. Okay, so we're going to think about where our vagina opening is, bring awareness to that part of your body, and we're going to think about, as we exhale, drawing that passage in towards your abdominal cavity, up towards your rib cage. Okay, so we start with an inhale to relax, to let it go, because again, we have to release the muscles before we can contract them. So let's inhale. Notice how my belly expands as I inhale, and now exhale, draw the vagina in and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. So you may see my tummy pulling inward more and more and more as I exhale. That's me drawing myself inward and upward, contracting deeper and deeper, recruiting more muscle fibers of the pelvic floor. And my transversus abdominis, the deepest layer of your stomach. Okay, let's one more time. Inhale. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. That's 2 repetitions. One more time. Inhale. Expand the belly. Exhale. Draw in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. And now we'll rest 1 minute. So we did the vaginal passage. So again, our core is combined of from 4 different directions, muscle groups that help to protect our core, our organs, pelvic and abdominal. And so from below, it's the pelvic floor. From above, it's the diaphragm. From front, it's transversus abdominis, I mentioned earlier. And from the back, it's multifidus, the deepest layer of your back muscles. You don't need to remember all those names. What you need to understand is this kind of beautiful anatomy and structure, organization of muscles that work as a compartment to create like a capsule around our really delicate organs that we need for vital function. And so the pelvic floor is helping from below to support. And so now let's work to the back passage. Why I explain about with the diaphragm is that, as you know, with the breath, you pull the pelvic floor in and up, your diaphragm is also pushing upwards to expel air out of your lungs. As you inhale, the diaphragm descends, your pelvic floor descends to relax. So we should be moving them together in tandem. Pelvic floor contracts, diaphragm contracts, air goes out, and everything tightens. As we inhale, diaphragm descends to allow air to pull into the lungs expand, descending your diaphragm. Pelvic floor descends to relax as well. So think about breath. Sometimes people get confused with the breath, but it can be helpful to learn how to use them together. Okay, back passage, the third place for us ladies. So now we're going to take a big breath in. Wait, hang on. Think about the area where you eliminate your bowels from, right? When you sit on the toilet to poo. Okay, so that back passage is what I'm referring to. We want to think about our awareness of our muscles there, the sensations there, because that's where we're going to draw in and up from next. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And now draw the back passage in towards your belly button and up towards the rib cage, slowly as you exhale. And relax. Big breath in, expand your belly. And now exhale, back passage, pulls inward and upward, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Inhale. And exhale, back passage, pulse in and up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Okay, so that was 3 times for the back passage. Now we rest 1 minute and we're going to do all 3 openings together. Again, for you men, you're going to do the ureter, where you pee from, the back passage, where you poo from, and then both together. For women, it's 3, the ureter, vaginal passage, and the back passage. Okay, so now we're going to do all 3 together at once. You're going to think about the openings from the front, the opening from behind. They're both pulling in towards the center of your body and up towards your rib cage. So draw everything towards your belly button and then up towards the underneath your ribs. Okay, here we go. Big breath in, expand your belly. All 3 passages, or 2 if you're a man, draw them in as you exhale. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. And again, inhale. Draw in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Good. So we've done the sustained contractions. So again, every time you've contracted those muscles for those 5 seconds, you're going a little bit more, like coming up an elevator shaft. The elevator is going up, 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 up. As you exhale, as you inhale, they release. Next, we're going to do the flicks. So the flicks are different. We're trying to contract, relax, contract, relax. So you're going to do all, for women 3, all 2 for men, and then everything at once, just like we did with the sustained, however, flicking action. So you're going to need a timer. It helps. Let me grab mine. And for your timer, you want to set it for 5 seconds to start as a beginner. And you're going to inhale, let everything descend, and then exhale, contract, relax, contract, relax. You're not trying to come up all the way up the elevator shaft. You're just trying to activate and release quickly, repeatedly, as many times as possible for the 5 seconds. Make sense? Let's go through it. So we'll go back into this position for beginners. Again, you can use your wedge or your pillow to tilt to have gravity help you. But these are just quick flicks. So we're going to start with where you urinate from. Take a breath in. I'm going to set my timer and contract, relax, pulling up, release, and that's it. 5 seconds goes so fast. We're going to do that 3 times. So again, inhale and contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, and rest. Then we're going to do it one last time for the ureter passage. Inhale and contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, and stop. Rest for 1 minute to let all the tension dissipate. For women, next we're going to do vaginal passage. So again, awareness to that opening of your body, and be prepared to contract it quickly for 5 seconds, contracting and releasing quickly, repeatedly for 5 seconds. Let's take a big breath in, vaginal passage, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, and stop. And we rest just for 30 seconds. Take a nice big breath in. And vaginal passage again. Contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, and rest for 30 seconds. We do it 3 times for each passage. And for time's sake, let's go ahead. Inhale and contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, relax, contract, relax, and stop. So we did ureter, vaginal passage. Next, the back passage. So men will do this one too. We're resting for a minute though before we do the next one. So again, you're just quickly trying to activate the muscle and then release the muscle as many times as possible within the timed segment. Use your timer because it's hard to otherwise keep track, especially with the flicks. Okay, let's do the back passage. So you're going to inhale, relax your belly, and exhale, back passage. Contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, and rest for 30 seconds. It's easier to do the back passage in general, most people find. You may have noticed that too. That's pretty common. Okay, take a big breath in. And contract, relax, back passage, in and up, in, release, and relax. Let everything go. Just normal breathing as you're resting. Nothing fancy. And we'll take one more deep breath in, fill your belly. And again, contract, relax, back passage, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, and rest. So that was 3 times for the back passage. Finally, we're going to do all. So for women, we're going to do ureter, vagina, and back passage. For men, ureter, where you pee from, back passage, where you poo from. We're doing this together all at once, thinking all of those openings, contracting, relaxing, as many times as you can for 5 seconds. Here we go. Inhale, relax your belly. And contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, and stop. Rest for 30 seconds. Hopefully you're starting to feel a little more awareness of the muscles in the area there. And let's take a nice big breath in. Prepare for all 3 areas, men too. Contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, and rest. We're almost there with one last repetition. Again, we're resting for 30 seconds before we do the next repetition. Everything else should be relaxed when you're doing these. There should be no tension in your neck, your arms, your feet. So make sure that you are comfortable and relaxed. One last time. Deep breath in. Inhale through the filling your belly. And exhale. Contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax. And rest. Okay, so those are the flicks. As you get a feel for this and that you're mastering it better, you're going to increase your time. Maybe the next time, if this becomes easy, go to 10 seconds for your sustained holds and 10 seconds for your contract flicks, quick flicks. And then work your way up to as much as 20 seconds. And that may take a lot of time, or it may happen quickly for you. Everybody's different. It doesn't matter. The point is that you progress where your body is able to truly do it and have control of those muscles, so that you now can relax those muscles and as well control them when you need to, contracting them. And both types of contractions, sustained, held, or quick flicks, are important. Now, we did them laying down. The progression, once you're able to do this for 20 seconds for each sustained and quick release flicks, we want to do it seated. So sitting on a chair is going to be the next step. And for people, sometimes they need a little more feedback because it's harder. We're now working against gravity in the upright position. So rolling up a towel, just taking a simple hand towel, like so, and it's rolled up, right? Placing it on your chair, and then sitting on it where you would on a bicycle seat. And so now I have some feedback of my pelvic floor muscles into the towel. And so when I'm doing all of the exercises, when I'm exhaling and pulling up with the pelvic floor, contracting the pelvic floor, I should feel some kind of contact sensation into the towel. And as you relax, you should feel your pelvic floor descend into the towel. So as you contract, you're pulling kind of in and up away from the towel. And then as you relax, the pelvic floor relaxes and descends down into the towel. So the towel rolled up can be nice feedback for you. If you have like a TheraBall, like my big ball up here, you can sit on those. And that too gives you some tactile feedback into the pelvic floor, so that when you relax, you descend into the ball and feel it, and when you contract, you're pulling up and away from the ball. So those can be some nice little tools to use to help you. And then once you've progressed through 5 seconds, 10 seconds in seating, 15 seconds, then 20 seconds. Once 20 seconds easy for your sustained and your flicks, you're going to do them standing. And so by this point, you shouldn't need any kind of tactile feedback because you've got enough mastery and control that you can do them in standing. When standing's easy, we start doing them with movement, with walking. Yes, so that gives you some ideas with sport, if you're an athlete. And with athletes, our pelvic floor can weaken because of repeated trauma from plyometric type movements, our propulsion, jumping, sprinting, all that kind of stuff. With the weight of our body and gravity and that pounding can weaken our pelvic floor over time, and we can have urinary and back passage leakage. It happens in athletes. They lose control of bladder and bowel. So this can be very important. And so for our young athletes or any age, being able to progress to standing and then into movement, you want to think about what kind of sport you do and applying them, practicing them within your sport. Obviously not when you're in competition, in training off time. So I hope that helps, and it doesn't really take that much time to do. Remember, you can use the breath to help you as I demonstrated. If it's confusing you, then don't worry about it, but do try to find awareness to those areas of your anatomy where you pee from. For women, the vaginal passage, and then where you poo from as well, and then all 3 or 2 for men together. Okay? Thank you so much. Please see all my other videos too for the other areas of your body and for other areas of lifestyle health to live your fullest and function at your best. Bye for now.